Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have another gift for you, my viewers, the gift of words. I want to talk about words and how we use them. Words are seeds. That's what they are. Seeds represent the embryonic stage of something or the initial stage of development. With these words, which are seeds, we're planting something helpful or something harmful. I was inspired to make this video to encourage people to use their words for good. So let me give you a little background. Two of my favorite content creators have discussed people who have made mean, rude, unhelpful, or negative comments in their videos. They talked about it. One of them, Alecia Renece, even made a video titled, Don't Feed the Trolls. And in that video, she talked about some of the very disparaging and negative comments people have made, not necessarily only about her content, okay? Because we can disagree on content and we can disagree on ideas, but they made personal negative remarks about how she looks and different things that were just completely unnecessary. And it makes me wonder, what kind of person has time to go on another person's video just to make a negative comment for no reason? If you don't like the content, there's over 75 million YouTube channels. Feel free to have two seats and turn to another channel. I don't get it. I'm at a loss. So I'll link Alecia's video in the description box below because I think people don't always understand that when content creators put out videos, it's a form of art. It's like we're presenting our art and our heart to the world. And we're not saying you have to like everything we say or do. I don't like all of the videos that I watch or even all of the content creators. Some content creators, I not only not like their content, I don't like some of the things that they say and some of the ideas that they present. So guess what I do? I don't watch them. And if I was subscribed to their channel, I unsubscribe. That's it. It's very simple. The other content creator, I won't mention his channel because I don't think it's helpful, but he has a channel where he cooks soul food. And he had considered actually discontinuing his channel because of the negative comments that he received on his channel. And I watch his channel and I can imagine why people would have negative things to say about a cooking channel that has to do with soul food. Now, I get that people have different ideas about nutritional things to eat and what we should be eating and what we shouldn't be eating. I get all that. And there is room to have discussions, to disagree, but to criticize somebody's channel because they may make mashed potatoes and put real butter versus using chicken broth to make it less fattening or whatever, you don't have to tell the person that. We can share ideas and exchange ideas and have differences, but you don't have to say it in a way that's rude and demeaning. I have to say it bothered me, really, when he was going to consider discontinuing his channel. I watch his channel, and when there's recipes that I can't remember, I'll bring it up on his channel. I'll put in the information, whatever the dish is, and I look and say, hey, how does chef cook it? And then if he cooks it in a way that's a little different than my taste, I take what he provides and I modify it according to how I want. And he always encourages people to do that. One of the things he says is, this is how my mama made it, and this is how I cooked it. So I don't get it. I may sound passionate about it because it's a trip, and I have not shared much about some of the negative comments that I have received. I've received them. And again, I'm not even worried about people who disagree with my content. I don't have a problem with that because I really don't care if you disagree with the content. The content is the content, right? But I have had people make comments about my appearance. I've had make people make comments about me personally, people who I don't think know me. Now, you got people who are hiding behind these different pictures. They may know me. They may be some of the folks I dealt with in the past. I have said some things about where I worked previously, and some of those people I found out are watching the channel. So it could be a fake account. I don't know. I don't really care. Okay. But it always makes me wonder, why would people spend time to look at a video or bring a video up to say something very unkind, unhelpful in the comments? That's just, it goes above my head. Maybe I don't get it. I think people who really watch my channel, who actually watch it, my real viewers and subscribers, I don't think that they get down like that. And in fact, tell you a quick funny story. I guess somebody had wrote a negative comment and it had curse words in it. They said some horrible things about me. And I'm new to YouTube, so I'm not always sure about all the little hidden compartments that YouTube has. Well, YouTube has a filter. They will catch things that seem to be inappropriate and disrespectful, and they put them like in a holding. I'm going to call it a holding queue. Well, I didn't even know nothing about this queue. I happened to be looking at something and saw this area, and this person had said some crazy stuff. I mean, it was off the chain crazy. And another of my viewers had cussed this person out. Okay. So that person's views was put in that holding queue. I didn't even know nothing about it. But I'm saying that to say that we can be more mindful about the things we say. Being more mindful about our words is so important because, like I said, they're seeds. They're seeds. Some people may say, well, Colette, they're just words. But even the Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? You can ruin somebody's reputation. You can ruin somebody's livelihood by the words you say. And I'm not monetized, so that's not something that I'm concerned about as far as what that person said. And I'm not even going to get into what they said. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I had thought about responding, okay? And, but I didn't. And some comments I do respond to, that even the ones that are trying to bring in negative energy in the community. I think from now on, I probably will just start deleting those. But I have responded to some comments that have been very negative, or comments who have tried to say the experiences that I talk about, they're not real, or questioning the experiences that I've discussed with you on the channel. And I've gone in back and forth with a few people, and I've decided, listen, if somebody is going to spend enough time to come on my channel to argue about an experience, I'm talking about I experienced, okay? You can argue about a lot of stuff, but you can't argue about my experience with me. And then I have other women or other people commenting saying, hey, this happened to me as well. This happened to me as well. I have to not give my energy to stuff like that. And I won't. And I know we were taught that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Unfortunately, to me, that's not true. Words can and do hurt, but they don't have to. And I'm referring to both written and spoken words. Now, I have to admit, I'm not perfect. I've done things and said things that I do regret doing and saying, right? Having said that, I plan to be very intentional about the words that I write and speak. Very intentional. Why? Because I want to plant good seeds and lift people up. The purpose of my channel is to lift up Black women. And I have had some people upset because my targeted market, my curated content is for Black women. That doesn't mean other people cannot benefit from the content. You can, and you are welcome to benefit from the content. But understand the lens from which I view the world is based on my experiences and who I am. I'm a woman and I'm a Black woman. And I see things through a certain set of lenses. The intersectionality of many of my experiences are the intersectionality of my being Black and mine being a woman. Other people have intersectionality based experiences as well. It may be them being Asian and a woman. It may be them being a woman who may be of a different community. So I understand that. And some of our experiences may be common, they may be related, they may be similar. I don't I don't disagree with that. My focus and my audience is Black women, and that's not going to change. I've mentioned in prior videos that my brothers watch the channel and other men watch the channel, and they're welcome to watch the channel. Why? Because some of the things they experience may be similar, and they comment, and that's so cool. I don't have a problem with it. But what some of these people do with their words, I feel, is try to bully content creators into modifying and changing their content to please them. And some of them just do it just to do it. So, having said all that, the gift of words, as I mentioned earlier, plan to use my words in an intentional way to ensure that I'm uplifting. That does not mean that I won't give honest feedback when I'm asked to do so or when I feel it's necessary or life saving. I will do that. I have always done that, but I will always lace it with love. Okay. So one of the things that I plan to do is to use to remind me to be intentional, an acronym, and many of you may have heard of it. It's called THINK, THINK. I'm sure many of you have heard of this practice of considering your words before you respond to another person's comment or say something. And basically what this practice entails, the practice of think, is you ask yourself 5 questions before you answer. So I think there's a scripture in the Bible that says, be slow to respond or slow to anger or something like that. All of it has to do with thinking before you respond. Okay. So I'm going to go through think. For the T, you ask yourself the question, is it true? Is what you're saying or going to say, is it true? Is what you're saying, for the H, is it helpful? Will it help the person you're responding to? Will it help the situation? I would even add, you can say, is it harmful? If it's harmful, don't say it. What's the point of saying it? So H is it helpful? T is it true? If it's a lie, why would you even consider saying it? I and think, is it inspiring? Does it lift up or does it tear down? And I'm not saying we have to, everything we say has to be, Pollyanna positive. For me, I'm looking at how can I add value to a situation? How can I add more value to a situation? How can I inspire, encourage the situation or person? And if I can't do that, if my words that I am getting ready to speak or to type or comments I'm going to make, if they don't do that, what value do they add to this situation? Why would I want to do it? Right? So the N in think, the question is what you're going to say, is it necessary? We live in this society right now where everybody thinks it's necessary to comment on everything. It's necessary to share their opinion about everything. It's not necessary. And I want to say it again for the people in the back. It is not necessary to share your opinion to everything. It is not necessary for everyone to know your opinion. Okay? It's just not. Some people don't care about your opinion. And I know that we think that it is necessary for us to put our input in everything. It is not. It really isn't. So that's a question. Is it necessary? Another way put is my response or are my words, are they needed? Are they even needed? And that goes back to the H. Is it helpful? Is it helping? If it's not, what's the point? Why are we doing it? And I'm not talking about people who are contrarians, because we know people who are contrarians That's just who they are. You just delete them, move on. You don't have time to deal with them. You're not going to change them. They don't want to change. Some people, if you say it's blue, they know it's blue. They're going to say it's green. Some people, it's red. They're going to say it's yellow. Just don't spend your energy with that. You don't even need to go through think for that. And I'm not going to go through the thing when I'm looking at their comments. I'll just delete those because I just don't have the time and I don't want the energy on the channel. The last thing, the K, is what you are saying or is what you're going to say, is it kind? Is it kind? For me, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. I'm not saying people don't have arguments and disagreements. You're going to have arguments and disagreements, and that's okay. And some of the stuff you say not going to be necessary, and some of it's not going to be kind. Okay, I'm going to just keep it real. I can't even tell you that everything that I do and say is going to be that way. I'm saying that I'm committed to practicing this and trying to do better with my words, whether they're spoken or written, as it relates to commenting on videos, okay, and responding to verbal conversations. A lot of times you have this, I checked the person or I read the person. Sometimes you don't need to read people. You need to read a book. Okay. Read a book instead of reading people. Because why waste the energy? And what kind of example are we showing to one another? Because we are all in this thing together. You hear that comment. I heard this comment recently that Martin Luther King said when he was talking about people coming to America. And one of the things he said is, listen, we might have all come over in different boats, but right now we all in the same boat. Meaning that, hey, we have to work this thing out together. It does not mean we have to be friends, go to lunch or whatever, but kind of think about our words. Our words can make someone feel awful or amazing. And while people may not remember what you said, they may not remember what you wrote exactly, okay? They may not remember anything, whether they're spoken words or written words, but people remember how you made them feel. And this also reminds me of a quote by the late, brilliant Maya Angelou. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Okay? So the question I have for you, for me, when you say something to someone or when you write a comment to someone, how do you want them to feel? What was your intention? What is your intention? So today was the gift of words. That's my gift to you. And I know Christmas is over with, but this is one of the 12 gifts of Christmas and more. This is the more. Okay. I talked earlier. I'm from California. We do what we want. Okay. So it's past Christmas. And so I'm adding this to the Christmas, 12 days of Christmas. And I have some more that I am going to be doing. I probably will be doing them all year. And I welcome you to give me suggestions of some titles and some things to talk to. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe. That way you will be notified when I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let's watch our words. Let's watch the seeds that we plant, because we want to plant good seed. I want to plant good seed. How about you? Have a good one. Talk soon.